Yeah, as I said in the previous live stream, how long are we live? It only says no, we are live. Don't tell me. 4 now. It should already. Just didn't refresh this, I guess. As I gave instructions in the previous video, why does it load so long? Hello. Why is this download so slow? Doesn't look like I can fully download live on YouTube. This was faster though. Why does this not? No matching processes were found for Git. What? Hello macOS, are you okay? Something is not the most happy there. Do we probably not have PS3? macOS, how we love it, don't we? $80K, 4K. That is going well, isn't it? Only live on this channel. Yeah, macOS, Apple advertises as also Pro. I advertise it as also #peakbugs. Yep. Wow, that somehow. So wonder why I can't really control that though. Which would be helpful if we would have some PS3 kind of thing. So much to simply checking this out. Not sure why. What is here now? Git switch turn. It's not. No, so no, don't tell me. Maybe the recurring blame would be maybe it did security check and validations because downloading stuff from the internet, right? Yeah, totally no peak bugs. We just leave it and hope for the best. Yeah. And welcome everyone. We can in the meantime check how we should build it. We should, if things go wrong, all right, if things go wrong, you effectively need to DU recovery it. So we also partitioning, we need, we have iBoot system container, Macintosh HD, OS1, Apple FS container. Also, they somehow write here, don't use encryption yet, that overcomplicate stuff is not supported and tested. So yeah, apparently you're giving up some full disk encryption for now then. So the iBoot system container we leave there, Macintosh HD we need to resize. Okay, the one true OS, maybe they want at the end apparently, or maybe it doesn't matter, not, although yeah, it is there already, so obviously it stays in place. We resize, APFS resize container there, and then add partitions, so probably one also for, which one would it be? Yeah, start macOS, so layout disk is 3. Yeah, fake macOS, as I said in the previous video. Which one would it be? They said there's 3, right? S2. Add partition. Also, is it after? Does that mean after? Yeah, also the order. Not sure if the order is too important because they somehow create 2, 5, and then 4. At least 80 gig stub partition because macOS install update process is very inefficient. Yeah, no kidding. It will not be necessary in the future once we have our own setup process. What do they mean with? Yeah, this is also crazy. So this is also crazy that this is stupid here. But now we control, cannot touch. Yeah, somehow this git. Maybe this is all surrounding more Linux GNU-based scripting around that. The update I found it always crazy how the updates of macOS can always be that large. And they were certainly dog slow, like needing 10-15 minutes on my Retina MacBook Pro, my 7-year-old one. And I find it crazy. I would have thought like the updates now on this Apple Silicon, like especially my M1 Max here, would be fast, but it's not that much faster. So the update to the first 0.1 update, so I got this machine with, hope it doesn't show this, of course it shows this number. Yeah, it shipped with 12.0, and the first .1 update, of course, the usual gigabyte, I don't know, 2 gigabyte or something, plus minus, give or take, and it took like forever, right? Which, like, not that much noticeably faster, for sure, more than 10 minutes. So yeah, downgrade security go, so start shut down the machine, boot with Pro button, load start up. Why do they need to reinstall that? Follow the prompt and select Linux as a target volume. Wait a while as we would. Okay, so we need to install a second version of macOS even, that we then don't use, so that is a little bit crazy. Maybe. That is a little bit. Okay, apparently you need to downgrade security maybe for this one volume. Yeah. Okay, so good. Check out here a little bit, so much to what could. It's a little bit annoying now. Failing on this nicely scripted downloads. Probably I need to look into what's going on here with this T2 based download. Maybe that is some PID thing. Maybe this probably fork Git off into the background and wait for it to finish, I guess. Yeah. Okay, now I need to look into that or build it on Linux. Let's see, is it, probably should be that. So how we supposed to make, let's see what happens. I claim command not found. Okay, it wants user local, what, why this homebrew installed it to user local claim? What the heck? Toolchain, no, not really. Okay, amazing make files. So okay, as it looks, okay, then let's, usually I don't check in untested stuff, but I need this for m1n1. Then we try to boot this on Linux. This is too stupid for me. Boot. Ground. It's probably mostly fine. Then let's oh darn, I don't have a let's call this black. Oh, it's black. Amazing, right? And then let's put our Linux. We have comments. Hey there, state. Okay, we look into the comments in a second. Let's then, because macOS sucks a little bit, as you see here currently on this channel. Let's go to download and. Alright, I need to mount my own ISO. And then boot that. Also because macOS capture sucks, I need to choose the other window, because obviously. So nothing like having your own ARM virtual machine. DH client there, user source, T2 trunk there. And so questions have been, what's the current state of T2 PowerPC and PowerPC Big Endian? Should be pretty good. Testing this somewhat regularly, on including different hardware. I'm not in the office for some days, but of course I took the PlayStation 3 with me. I take my GoFundMe campaign seriously, so I'm probably on Patreon and GoFundMe and stuff, right? And the reason asked is Linux, PowerPC, most of old LTS version of Linux. What I noticed on the Linux thread, PowerPC, most of them running old LTS version of Linux 1604, I think would be good. Promoted to over there. Yeah, I mean, it's sure. I even brought auctioned a titanium book. Because I only had I sold my iBook 15 years ago, so I only had, except the 8100, only the cube left, I think, for 32-bit. So I didn't had a portable 32-bit PowerPC. So I even auctioned a Thai book in relatively good condition. I test booted that already, previous video. So just for the testing in 64-bit, I have the G5 previous video upgraded CPU, the PS3. So that should be regularly quite tested, or semi-regularly. Of course, there is always something with drivers and stuff, and certainly Firefox that we need to take care of. But yeah, promotion and stuff certainly welcome. Yeah, so with T2, I also installed a user local. Do we live stream that? I was thinking to use opt T2, which in my opinion, opt homebrew would be better, though. I'm in user local opt something is a little bit silly in my opinion. I've chosen user local because then if I run bash, I get my T2 bash. If I, or not, interesting, whatever. All right, this is not macOS. And so, I mean, in T2 we should have more global like homebrew stuff if we want to support homebrew more. The benefit of simply user local is that stuff is automatically found in paths, but that is also because somehow Apple does not add opt stuff like our T2 Linux does to the default path environment variable. Is of course an easy thing to fix. Maybe opt T2 would anyway be better than all the normal stuff, all the normal programs would still run the macOS default stuff, which might be bug and feature, more bug and feature compatible. So yeah, maybe that is preferable. But for now, to keep it simple, I have chosen to simply use user local here for my testing. So let's download m1n1 now here in the Linux VM. And we don't have, what do we not have? Why does it not what? Git clone, do we not have, or maybe I simply don't have git emerge. So because we just installed this yesterday or so, that would be, also need to improve the command line further to make everything just work better and be easier and more standard. So git. Let's see how long that will. Yeah, this will build some random stuff. Not everything some of the stuff is optional. So what I'm thinking, so certainly I'm not aware that this emerge stuff, it was kind of a quick hack 15 years ago or 18 years ago, something. it could be better. So in the long term, we need way better dependency resolution here. And I'm thinking even to add like questions like human interaction of, hey, there are these optional dependencies, do you want to build them or not? So I'm so totally aware that this can be made magnitudes better. So yeah. Christopher confirms it's annoying to export passes to use the tools. Yeah, but surely we prefer T2 here over Debian on this channel for obvious reasons. So it's a little bit, emerging a little bit of stuff. Let's quickly read over additional. So the only serial console stuff. So you would need 2 Macs. Here you need a special cable that is apparently not the most easy to get hold of for a serial console. So that is some special Snowflake USPD whatever. So you get the debug serial port over the Type-C ports. One of their Type-C ports. The same one is used for DFU, usually the rear leftmost port something. m1n1 port closest to the power plug, and the target machine can also be hard rebooted using USB PD VDM commands. Making for quick test cycle, holding down the power button. So you need a special UART with 1.2 volt logic level. So usually you have, it was 12 volt RS232, of course, few people use this still. Usually use in 5 or 3.3 volt, but the new and latest and greatest low power stuff is 1.2 volt, because obviously, so you need a vendor specific USB PD VDM command to enable this, and making a compatible cable is non-trivial, so thank you very much for that. You can directly apparently connect stuff with m1 machines, so if you have more than one, which I currently don't, so that sucks certainly. So of course, yeah, either you need a special Snowflake cable or get a second m1 machine, which I'm currently not the greatest fan of, except maybe until they have an updated m1 Pro thing. So yeah, there is that, or an DIY Arduino based USB PD interface of, yeah, so that is somewhat crazy that you need such an effort to get to the serial port. Also m1n1 also supports debug console on a USB standard CDC ACM device, so you only need all you need is a much more standard USB cable, C to C or A to C, and yeah. So so that is all this good stuff using that. So you see this is quite involving stuff. So we also need quite some, yeah, either you need an ARch cross compiler, device tree compiler. I wonder maybe we even need 1 or 2 packages of that. Also quite some Python modules. So just, yeah, this is a little bit, yeah, probably also need to package quite some Python and serial stuff. Yeah, you can never have too many dependencies just to build a bootloader. So yeah, there we are building. So m1n1, you want another indication for the performance here. But yeah, wasn't it nice when we had standards? Now we have each device and smartphone has their own custom stuff. And yeah, I certainly, comments there, I certainly also need to finish the, definitely finish eventually, also nothing like I shared. Yeah, I wonder why does stuff in 2021 still need to, like Perl and Tickle, tcltk tickle tick there, installing stuff there. Certainly need to improve P3 stuff as we get more and more P3 fans. Finish the performance optimizing there for 12% more performance. You also have some pearls, so yeah, yes, I know. Let's maybe, yes, this is the improvements of dependency resolution that I talked about that we definitely need to do. But otherwise it is of course pretty snappy. I mean, the fans do not even turn on, right? I have here, this doesn't have. So yeah, fans, I'm live streaming with OBS X264 software encode and VM with some load, and the fans are not even getting up. So Git recompression. Yeah, it's per usual stuff. So I will sit just for the dependencies. I'm already, maybe it was not the best idea to live stream that. Just for the dependencies, I probably sit here 1 hour. Just waiting for the stuff. Maybe even patching the make file or overwriting this to more standard conform, not exotic toolchain stuff. So make, what do we have here? Brew, so they want image magic DTC. Okay, DTC we might actually have. Maybe, do we have DTC, of course, the device tree compile. Okay, we have this even. Is there an update of, starting to build Git. Also, maybe we have to slow down again. It feels a little bit slowish right now. It's not the normal speed, I would say. But yeah, that not too unexpected from a release candidate 0. Is there a new version? Oh, there's a new version. Oh, what? There is a freaking, can this be 7 version? Yeah. Nothing like. Let's double check that. DTC. DTC, what do they have here? Git snapshots. What do we download? Oh, we have. Okay, maybe this is. 161 5 months ago. Okay, so maybe this was matching whatever random stuff one. But 161 we still have a tiny little update. Can build that already. That was the device tree compiler. And that is also the win-win, right? Doing this with T2, not using Homebrew, otherwise I would need to work with others people Homebrew stuff, and I can just use T2 for everything. One source to rule them all. And yes, it was a Lord of the Rings reference. So maybe we should use advertising slow in one source tree to rule them all. And we needed ASCII docs that ASCII docs, there was some Perl XML something. Oh, or some checksum error. ASCII doc Python, what? Apparently some other source coming from GitHub. Isn't that a brave new world where there are always download hiccups? Yeah, that is GitHub here, 10, let's see, there is ASCII doc 10, was it 1002 or 1002? So yeah, live on this channel, always updating something. Need to train data, our AI bot better to update everything. ASCII doc. So there were some comments. What else did we had in the comments? All right, also like here. Christoph asked, can T2 cross-build to Darwin currently? No, not cross-build, but there is nothing except my lack of time and your contribution of patches to not do it. Probably only some tiny little script glue and stuff. Maybe doable on a rainy afternoon or weekend. Patches welcome. And Dr. Schubert writes, PS3 requires cell being enabled in kernel, which Debian doesn't have. I'm not sure if it needs cell to be enabled, maybe not, but you definitely need patches for that to work. So, but yeah. Yeah, I changed my setup and live stream right now live from an m1n1 Mac. Create a directory, what is it? Conf, no such directory, what is that now? Conf dir. So I guess this slash is superfluous and where is this? So it doesn't have conf anymore for whatever. But as you noticed, I changed some setup for some days. Do you like it more or less? Leave me the comments below. Okay, we have no ASCII resources and filters, maybe. So much too quickly updating some stuff. And then this stuff doesn't work anymore. Nothing like spending hours looking after stuff like that. Let's see, maybe they have less changed. What did we have there? Let's what did we have? I don't know. Let's see. Not in the mood today too. Okay, that is still new. Let's see if that builds more. Or did I comment this out already? Or yeah, I did. Let's see if that builds. So that is a little bit slowish. So I'm not sure what's sometimes going on with the machine. Let's build it ASCII doc. I wonder if this is just, maybe this is just some serial console hiccup, because with the VirtIO GPU thing, maybe this blocking whatever stuff is mostly serial console or something. Anyway, so commit that. So maybe let's verbose that just to, yeah, etc. So we had double slashes there. So what I fixed there in the conf was mostly cosmetic, or only cosmetic to avoid this double slashes here. This double slashes like excessive white spaces. Oh, speaking about excessive white space. Not a fan of excessive white space. Oh, wait a second. So I saw more red. Oh, there's white space at the end of. Oops. Oh, is it even a tab? Where was it? Looked like that though. Ah, here. Maybe a tab because it didn't match with search for space. Anyway, always some nice small little clean up. And then try git it again. But yeah, this is probably how I will sit here for another hour working on the dependencies. Maybe a little bit too boring. And yeah, I probably should stop making boring live streams. And anyway, hope you learned something and found this interesting. So basically this is how we do this, or we have some people tuning in. That is always good. Do I sometimes need to check here, is this OBS on the Mac? Now this failed with something. Configuration file ASCII.conf missing. Yeah, what? So much to that. Maybe that version had already some incompatible changes. Does Git have, oh, I actually don't even really want that. Do they not have some? Let's try to build this without ASCII.doc because I don't even need this. Hello? You know what, I could directly do this verbose to see if the, also here, Cyril console, yeah. Yeah, somehow, sometimes this is not the fastest, still not really sure what's going on there. Guess eventually, I mean, we could simply profile that, system-wide profiling. Let's see where that. Yeah, serial console, serial configure time. Yes, this hangs here a little bit. I'm not really what is going on there. Yeah, right now it is slower again. You see, even the scrolling by is slower. It already scrolls so slow. There is something, yeah, some. So apparently maybe some timer. Maybe I should run the machine without some high resolution timer or something, because surely that can't be good. So now it's sped up again. So that is so whatever, there is something going on. Maybe it's just timers, interrupts or whatever. It can be so much, honestly. Maybe I should chat with Alexander Graf. I could only imagine that debugging stuff like this. I mean, if I debug this, I usually debugged hours, if not days, on stuff like this. I wonder if he masters this groove. Although he does it more full time. So, but yeah, 2 minutes, maybe not too bad. Anyway, okay, so we all of this only to freaking download that. Let's see that. Why does it do touch, cannot touch m1? Why is this so? Why does it say cannot touch m1 data boot logo? Why would that be strange? Okay, it wants arch, so it apparently is either set up to cross-compile on Homebrew or from like another Linux system. Can we just set arch equals nothing? I mean, normally, the crazy thing is those people should, this is totally non-standard, and I always wonder, those prominent and long reverse engineering people, although maybe they work just entirely different than but this is normally, we call this cross, right? They call this arch, normally we call this cross, or okay, that does something. Okay, it wants exactly this. So maybe it's enough to build on Linux with arch equals nothing, or maybe even macOS for this toolchain prefix. Why did it say that with m1n1? Also, yeah, 20 years ago stuff just built. Nowadays you need to analyze constantly what stuff is doing. This works like that. Why does it? Now it's hanging again, I guess. So, it must be more like blocks this. Oh, wait a second. It could also be. Could also be the serial terminal for some reason. It could actually be that this is less, because less is somehow behaving strange on this. So 2.6, what did we, November 17th, 2.6 FB m1n1. Yeah, so 2.6, that should be not sure what our okay, let's see. I know, but it says no words. Also, yeah, 2021 boot. So then you need to analyze object boot logo. Now also make target data boot logo. But what, there is something needed by this art. Oh, this one's artworks logo. Thank you very much. Non-existing symlinks. What could possibly go wrong? Oh man, what did I sign up for? Welcome everyone. Yeah, welcome everyone, welcome Static. Yeah, also busy life on my side and stuff. Happy to see you all. So artwork, what do they say here? Building, you need something. Okay, they won't git clone recursive though. Maybe we should git clone recursive. Yeah, there's some artwork. Where do we have? Is it all in m1n1 or? Okay, we need recursive. Okay, we need image magic. Yeah, maybe mostly without many. Let's see what we get if it builds without any additional. So yeah, one dependency at a time. But we're getting there. But I'm actually a little bit worried to potentially ruin my perfectly fine installation here. So it looks maybe you could Yeah, I mean, I don't really have something that important yet installed on the MacBook here, but it's always annoying to spend hours reinstalling all this stuff. But yeah, totally amazing. Leave in the comments below. How do you like this new brave world of non-standard bootloader stuff? But this is also crazy, right? The thing is, it's not even only Apple, and as I said in the previous, so yeah, no file fault encryption, the duplicate things, and it's not tested. It's like, yeah, thank you very much. Also, I mean, why is it not tested? Would not everyone would want file fault? But yeah. What do you think about this brave new world where each device needs a... Yeah, also, RYP, why is this? Also, yeah, each device needs what compiler? Oh, darn. Yeah, that is of course not amazing. Which what's it be? Yeah, I need to fix it somehow in the T2 Bootstrap. But yeah, brave new world where each device, in my opinion, I said this before, right? Wouldn't it be amazing if, even on the smartphone side, we would live in a world where you could, this would like an EFI bootloader, and you could, I mean, why not, right? Only because the vendors don't want that. Whether it's Apple, even Google, Samsung, Huawei. It would be so amazing if, I said this live streams is probably 2 years ago, and I said this very long already to friends and family. These are personal computers, right? And just because previously the mobile networks, and then happily with netlocks and stuff, if you remember this good old, not good old times, and then vendors like Apple happily picked it up, locking the devices for no good reasons. And in my opinion, imagine a Star Trek episode parallel universe world where we wouldn't have this, where all those ARM MIPS smartphones would have one extended firmware interface, not saying that EFI is amazing, but at least better than random garbage, and where you could just install iOS or Android or pure Linux, whatever way you would prefer on your devices, without all this time wasting, resource wasting, and incompatible. For me, it's zero benefit except wasting everyone's time and vendor login. But leave in the comments below. I have some more dependencies to do, and probably eventually Linux running on this m1 Mac, obviously. Hope you enjoyed this random live stuff. Don't forget to share and subscribe. If you have any tips, questions, and comments, leave them down below there, and I hope to see you soon for more such stuff to come.